Welcome back, folks. Game 2 just underway here with Barefoot batting against strictly Aloha. They've currently got runners on the corners here with 1 out. We do not have lineups, so we won't be able to say any names for the time being. But I am joined for this game by Dylan Jenkins. Dylan,
what's up, guys?
Great to have you along here.
Yeah, great to be along here, just chilling with you and trying to watch this incredible game over here real quick. But yeah, let's get started.
So we've got, I believe, a 2-ball count and now a full count.
Oh,
and
nice
this one
swing.
is chopped. They'll get 1 at second. They will not get the second out at first, and so a runner will come in to score. It's 1-0 for Barefoot with 2 outs here and a runner on first. This is looped in for a ball to our batter, who is wearing number 45. And we'll have a pinch runner at first base.
Pitcher's getting ready. Nice swing. Oh.
This one's skied up to left center field, but under it is our left center fielder, and the side is retired. Barefoot takes an early lead, 1-0, as we head to the bottom of the first. Welcome back, folks. Bottom of the first underway here. Strictly Aloha's leadoff hitter has reached. So a runner on first, nobody out.
All right. Oh.
That's in for a ball. It looks like we're going to have the man of the tournament, Mr. Ants, come and join us and talk some story here on the first day of the Kings of Hawaii tournament. Ants, thank you so much for joining us.
Well, thank you everybody for being here, coming out and watching, everybody supporting this tournament. It has grown tremendously. I can't believe we have 38 teams this year for the men's. We have 13 for the women's. We're at 51 teams for our little town of Hilo. It's pretty crazy.
It's absolutely spectacular, and it's amazing to see. You know, this is our 3rd year of doing this tournament, for me at least, with K-Vikes, and to see it grow every single year. I mean, we had to add a whole day just to fit in all these teams. This is a bases loaded force out. They'll get 2.
Ooh, came off the bag.
Yeah, they'll say he came off the bag. So a fielder's choice, 1 out, 1 run scores. Strictly Aloha ties things up with Barefoot.
Correction, this is Pure Aloha from Kauai.
Pure Aloha, got it.
And
Pure
the team
Aloha.
on the field is Barefoot. Fossil runs a team. He's from Maui, but he lives in Utah now. So there's a few Hawaiians on the team and then a few people from Utah too. So it's kind of a mix bunch of guys from all over.
They get a double play, a big double play to keep the game tied at 1 as we head to the second. And I just want to know, when it comes to these type of tournaments, especially when we're in a small town like Hilo, how are you able to reach out to all these teams and get them all here?
Well, I play on a 50s team, a sponsored 50s team. You've seen some of the guys on the last game. The first baseman is our sponsor. The pitcher is our coach. They take me all over the place. They really treat me really good. So we travel all over the place, and with that, networking and talking to people, and K-Vikes, people watching the games all over, everywhere. And apparently I'm doing something right because they keep coming back and it's getting bigger.
No kidding. I mean, it's amazing to see the tournament grow with more teams. Of course, a whole extra day. You know, when you started this, or when you started playing slow pitch softball, did you ever think that you would ever get to do something like this and create a tournament like this?
I started in 16 with 14 teams, and I just kept building it and just kept getting bigger and bigger. The Honolulu teams keep coming out, and more Honolulu teams, and I had a few mainland teams drop out last minute that really wanted to come. They want to come for next year, so I see it getting bigger and bigger.
That's awesome. That is absolutely spectacular. And this year too, a lot of food, like food trucks and food businesses coming out and supporting you guys, but also trying to get some business on their own.
Yeah, I tried to get a variety of different things, so we're not eating the same thing 4 days in a row. It's not really about my concession making money. It's about everybody having a little taste of something different. We got asahi bowls over here. Stacy's Poi Balls is going to set up tomorrow for the rest of the weekend. I should have 2 food trucks coming out there. Then we got our standard concession. Tomorrow, the Waikea Brewers will be running the concession over there, and they got a bunch of variety of stuff too. So, yeah, it's pretty cool for everybody.
That is awesome. What got you into slow pitch softball in the first place?
I started playing when I was like 19. I feel like I'm 105 now, so it's about no. I just started playing and loved the game and worked on my skill and trying to get better and better every time. Even still now, at going to be 55. Still practice, put in the work. Something I love doing.
That's awesome. And when you have a passion, of course, that love for it never dies. Of course. Yeah. Where is our furthest away? I don't know how to properly say that, but
I would say this Utah team is probably the furthest away. We got Utah, Washington. Then we got a SoCal team that's going to play over there next game. And then we got the defending champs. Trailer guys come from Cali, and they bring guys from all over the country. They're all conference players. So we have four mainland teams this year.
That is awesome. I mean, I think it's amazing that we have so many teams in state. I mean, to have 50 plus and really only 4 from the mainland, that's spectacular.
Well, I think it's like 17 from Oahu.
Wow, that's incredible.
It was crazy. They just kept coming. I thought teams were going to drop out, and then I kept calling, and they were like, no, we're... And it ended up with a 38-team tournament. It's pretty crazy.
So how many slow pitch softball teams are there on the Big Island itself?
Oh man, so Kohala's started up a league about a year ago, and it was a beginners league, but now they're getting pretty skilled. They're playing pretty good. I went out and played with a team in Honokaa and had some Kohala teams that played really good ball. So they're getting the love for the game, and they're playing leagues and they're playing tournaments. So there's 4 or 5 teams from Kohala. There's like 3 or 4 from Kona. Hilo ended up coming out with 3 or 4 teams. So actually, surprisingly, the Big Island had probably 8 or 9, 12 teams.
That's great. That's great. You think, I mean, of course, baseball itself and softball, super big sports here in Hawaii, in the state of Hawaii. But even then, when you think about it, slow pitch softball, adult league, like in a town like Hilo, in a place like the Big Island, you might not think there's a lot of teams. And yet, here we are with 51 total, with only 4 from out of state. And I really think that it is incredible. It's an incredible connection of the state altogether, showing their love for the sport, but also coming together, and just, it's a celebration. I mean, 4th of July weekend, of course, a big thing around the country to play some ball, and it's really cool that we get to have our own celebration of that.
Yeah, we get a 4-day event where everybody gets to come and sit here and play ball and and hang out with old friends and reminisce about old times and have new memories. And the young guys are playing with the old guys, and it's actually pretty great. And what's crazy is here in Hilo, our league is at Caballo Park. The lights have been broken there for 3 years. So we have not played any league out there. So our mayor, Mr. Kimo, if you could help us fix our lights at Caballo Park so us guys could continue our league that we haven't played in 3 years, that would be amazing, sir.
Yeah, there's a great shout out to our local government. Yeah, I totally am with you. I think it'd be great to get those lights fixed because there's a growing popularity in this. I can see it. I mean, don't just look at the numbers of this tournament, but I mean, look at the new league in Kohala, and of course the amount of teams from the Big Island here. I mean, it's something that is gaining a lot of traction, and I believe that when you have that, you have to support it. And so I'm super excited to be here for this weekend.
And I appreciate you being here.
Course.
You do a really good job.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I mean, this is a nice thing to look forward to in the summer. When there's no high school sports for us to call. Yeah. So to have this it's super enjoyable, and I mean it's cool to see because I've always thought of it, especially guys. They get older, but they're always kids at heart. Yeah. And I've always viewed this as like a kids game, and it's always so cool to see these guys come out and play and have fun.
You see May Patel on the mountain the last game. He's 60 years old.
Really?
Yeah, and Derek Williams, the big dude.
Yeah.
He's going to be 60 in like 4 months.
That's amazing. So his name is Derek. I apologize.
Yeah.
The card it's like, it was hard to read. I was like, man, I can't read this name.
Yeah.
So Derek, I apologize.
Yeah, that's Derek Williams. He's a signature pro hitter for Onyx. The bat he is swinging is his signature bat.
That's really cool.
That is his own bat. So it's pretty cool. He's a really good dude. He's a really good friend of mine. He's staying at my house this week for the next 4 days. And yeah, it's pretty cool, meeting people all over the country. That's what softball's done for me. And then they see where I'm from, and then I try to bring them back to Hawaii to show them what we're about. And everybody here shows them so much love. And they're like, man, everybody loves each other here. It's just so different than from what they're used to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I mean, that's just really spreading that Aloha spirit
exactly.
that Hawaii has to offer as we take a 1-1 game into the third inning between pure Aloha and Barefoot. So for those that are watching and maybe thinking like, man, I kind of want to get in on this tournament next year. What do they need to do to get themselves entered next year?
That's why it's tough by us not having a league here in Hilo. If we had a league here in Hilo, then people could come out and talk story and, hey, man, anybody's short, and come and jump on teams. That's why I'm urging for someone to help us get our lights fixed so us adults have some place to go, especially the young adults. Because the young adults don't have something to go. They're going to go in to get into other trouble. They're going to go into the bars and doing other stuff that, I'd rather have them go to the softball field, play some softball, maybe have a couple beers after that, and then head home and go back to work. It's just a good release from us always working. We can't just be all work and no play.
Absolutely. I think that's a great balance to have. I myself am a student athlete in college, and it's one thing I've noticed is like, if there ever comes a point where I don't love the sport, I'm a swimmer. If there ever comes a point where I don't love it and I feel like it's burdening me as much as the school is, right. I gotta stop.
Right.
I gotta be able to tell myself to stop. And to have something that is athletic gives me an opportunity to bond with others. Yep. And I'm a born competitor at heart. Like that will never ever change about me. And so to have something like that is great. And I see it here on the field. That's gonna hit the pitcher, but he recovers and makes the out at first, one away with a runner on second. And that's something I see with these guys. I know all of them are very, very competitive, but at the end of the day, it's fun, and
well, they have something to look for.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like they'll work Monday, Tuesday. Oh, I get league game Wednesday. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You got to have something to look for in life besides just working and being a slave. And we're all trying to provide our families and take care, but we all want to have something to have fun with too.
Absolutely. This is fouled off down that right field line. So I've been told that with the expanded teams, you actually had to find a third field.
Yes.
Why don't you tell us more about that?
Shannon out in Pahoa, he runs the rec department over there. I called him last minute. I'm like, dude, I know it's crazy. I need another field for 1 day. And he took 2 or 3 days. He called me back. He's like, bro, I got you. So I'm having a part of the losers bracket run out to Pahoa. The new rec center out there is beautiful. It's amazing. Lights. The fields out there is super nice. It's just far. So I got about 9 teams going out there playing, battling back to get back to Wong Stadium. So I got a group of teams going out there and just playing, feeding down into the bracket and playing each other, and then working their way to get back. I think if you're the first loser team there, you're going to win like 5 games to get out of Pahoa to get back to Wong Stadium.
All right. And I know, of course, we are also at Walter Victor Stadium. That's
Yes.
always been normal to have that there. For those that are wanting to come out and watch, I mean, of course, we love that you're watching on K-Vikes, but if they want to come out and experience this for themselves, really, I mean, like the women's games, are they held all at Walter Victor?
Yes, the women's are going to start tomorrow at 8 o'clock, and we have 13. We have more women's, too. We have like 4 more women's. We have 9 more men, so 13 total more teams this year. And that's a big jump.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? That is a huge jump. We went right past the 40s to the 50s.
That's unbelievable.
We were-
Last year, they were mid-30s?
Yeah, it was, I think it was 38 last year. So we went from 37 last year to 40 to 52. 51 with
spectacular.
one team dropping out. Yeah, it's
That's spectacular.
We were like we just went right past the 40s. And I couldn't believe it. Oh, gap shot.
Caught off there by the left fielder, but that will score 1. And Barefoot has a lead. It's pushed it to 3-1 after an earlier RBI single. Runner on first advances to third. All right, so there's another star in this tournament. It is your dog.
Louis.
Talk about Louis.
Louis's been the mascot since day one. He's running around here with the scarf on. I even have a shirt made for him. He'll probably be wearing a King of Hawaii shirt tomorrow. Yeah, Louis is, everybody loves Louis. He'll be running all around this place, getting snacks from everybody. Yeah, that's my dude right there.
Yeah, K-Vikes, we love Louis. We've seen him for the past couple of years. We've seen him on the field, too, during the games.
Yeah, he'll surely be on the field when I go and umpire next game. I'm going to umpire the next 2 games.
Awesome.
And, yeah, it's going to be, he's surely going to come and visit me. He always does.
That's so fun and honestly really cool that you have a dog, our mascot, if you will, and just to show that kind of that type of spirit that this whole tournament has all together. So, of course, we don't have Brother Keeks here today. He would kind of go over the rules for us, but I do know that you start with a 1-1 count.
Yes.
And the run rule is 20 after 3, 15 after 4, and 10 after 5. And of course, the extra fielder, 10 total fielders, you can opt to have 5 infielders or 4 outfielders. That is up to you. Are there any other rules that we need to be made aware of? I know there's like a time limit too.
There's a 55-minute time limit. The TK rule is 20 runs in the third, 15 in the 10, and
15 after 4.
15 after 4 and 10 after 5. But pretty much 1-1 count. Every inning you get a courtesy runner, and then the pitcher has a mandatory runner to keep the game moving faster. So we're on a 55-minute time limit. We're trying to get everybody their full time in, but we're having 89 games in 3.5 days.
Woo.
And then we're having another 29 with the women. So yeah, we're looking at over 120 plus games in 3.5 days.
That's incredible. And K-Vikes will be with you for pretty much most of them, especially those championship games on Sunday. We will be here all weekend long.
Yes,
as these
we will.
teams battle it out to be crowned the king of Hawaii here at the James Jimmy Correa ball field. Barefoot, meanwhile, has taken a 6-1 lead thanks to the most recent RBI triple.
I was waiting for them to break out.
So this is a new team as well, right? This is one of the newer teams. I don't remember them being here last year.
Well,
I could be wrong.
Fossil used to come like 3 years ago. I think he came a couple years in a row, then he moved away. He moved out to Utah. So he's been trying to get his boys together. And Fossil coaches and run a team like me. I'm going to pick a group of guys. I'm going to stick with my guys. Win or lose, we're going to get better together. Fossil runs a team the same way. He's old school. He's not a pick-em-up kind of guy. He's going to pick a bunch of guys up. They're going to be family, going to stick together, and they're going to battle, win or lose. And he's got a good group of guys in Utah that he talks to me highly about. And he's like, I'm going to bring him out to your turn. I'm like, come on out, brother. And he loves coming back home to Hawaii anyways.
That's awesome.
He's a true local boy.
It's always nice when you have them come home. I know that a lot of these players, it's not like they're just a random group of guys that picked up a sport. Like a lot of them played high school ball, some of them college ball.
Yeah.
So it's really cool to see that type of talent.
And like even the Pure Aloha team, all these guys are from Kauai. You know, Kauai is small. Half of them probably went to school together. They played Little League together. They played high school ball together. And then there really ain't nothing else after but to play softball. So it just gives them something to do, and then they get to come out here and hang out and enjoy our island for, 2 or 3 days. And everybody all year looks for it. I have people texting me throughout the whole year. Can't wait to come back to Kings, bro. We're coming.
And that's so awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, that is really awesome. That is a good motivator to keep things going.
Yeah, it's like I said, everybody wants something to look forward to, right, in life. All work, no play makes you grouchy and grumpy and,
Yeah.
a little bit bitter in life, right?
100%.
So you got to be happy. You got to live your best life.
Yeah, Barefoot plates 6 in the top of the third. As we'll head to the bottom of the third, Pure Aloha looking to try and mount a comeback.
See, look at this memory. 14 teams. Look how small the bracket was.
I know, that is just remarkable.
And then, bam, look how big the bracket is now.
I mean, that's amazing. You need to like tape all the papers together. I mean, that's spectacular.
It's pretty crazy. And then just seeing people, the compliments. One of the best softball tournaments I've ever went to. Had the most fun. Like, people just love coming out here.
Yeah. And it's something about that small town love that Hilo can
So look
provide.
at one of the best softball tournaments, bringing Hawaii together, memories to be made. People just comment a bunch of good stuff, and it makes me feel good that I'm doing something good for everybody.
Absolutely.
So it's pretty cool. I'm pretty proud, pretty stressed for a couple weeks coming into it.
Right.
But once it starts, I can kind of relax, and then everybody just falls into place and does what they're supposed to do. And it turns out really good. Tonight's going to have some amazing games tonight. Like, I think the 6, 7 o'clock games tonight are going to be just, I'm telling you, off the chain tonight. So we got at 6 o'clock, we got the boys. Let's see, here we go. Let me look at Wong tonight. We got Family Stone and Strictly Aloha at 7. We got Top Shotters and Happy Hour. That is a Honolulu team and a Maui team. I think it's at 5 or 6 o'clock. And then we got Tide Invite and Thunder Buddies, which should be probably the best game of the night.
Really?
Both those teams. The Molokai guys come totally stacked, practice. The Tide Invite team, they're really tough. Yeah, then we got Hawaiian Punch and Native Built. That is Honolulu and a Molokai team. So we have some really, really good games tonight. I'm looking forward to it.
Awesome. Molokai coming out and showing out.
Yeah, we have a couple teams from Molokai here, so nothing like Molokai people. They show you so much love, and it's just all smiles. I love all of them. They're just such good people.
That is spectacular.
And we got a team from Hana that comes out that didn't come out last year, grade A. So they came out. All them people are amazing too. It's like everybody comes out here just to have a good time, play hard, and it's old school softball. No one's mad, no one's grudgy, no one's hating on each other. We play hard and we leave it on the field, and then we have a Heineken and enjoy each other's company.
Exactly. Yeah.
So Brother Keeks, he might end up being tonight. I think he had to work,
Okay.
but he was telling me he wouldn't be here to start, but he will definitely be here.
Awesome. I look forward to that. I love chatting it up with him. He always gives a little backstory with all the players, which is always super informative.
He knows everybody. Keeks knows everybody. That's Brother Keeks, bro. We all love him. I'm texting him right now. Where are you? He's gonna be like, Buds, I'm at work. I'm coming. And he's probably watching and listening to us right now, bro. I'm surprised I'm not gonna get a message from here in a minute. Probably on the live feed, we're getting a comment from him somewhere.
Well, it's so awesome that we have everyone from the competitors to the people running concessions, to the people coming in person. Of course, those of you watching online, thank you all so much for tuning in. This is such a fun tournament, and it's honestly really nice that the weather is so nice. I mean, when the Hilo weather can be as unpredictable as it can be, I mean, to have a really beautiful day like this, and hopefully we see that weather hold up for the rest of the weekend. It looks like it will for the most part.
We don't mind the little scattered showers here and there. That's Hilo. It wouldn't be Hilo if it wasn't. Cool us off, make us sweat a little bit. Sun will come out. And actually, the weather right now is perfect.
It is perfect. It's not like that blazing sun for the outfielders. It's nice blue sky.
Yeah, it's definitely a good time.
It's a leadoff walk for Barefoot, who actually turned their second double play of the game in the bottom of the third.
You can't hit it up the middle. Fossil's I don't care how old he is. He's good. Speaking of the devil. He's up to bat. He's going to go backside.
He does just that. He grounds it to first. They'll take the ground out at first. So runner would advance to second with one gone here in the top of the fourth. I'm assuming we will definitely see Shut D and Lokahi as well.
No. Yes, Shut D and Lokahi will play, but Lokahi was supposed to play too easy, and too easy ended up dropping out.
Oh, unfortunate.
Yeah, so Lokahi will move down the bracket, end up playing, don't quote me, but I'm thinking they play 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. Maybe, I have to look at the bracket, but I know that Lokahi moves down and they play, I think it is tomorrow. So they will end up playing the Shut D team because Shut D came second last year, so they had the bye. So Shut D will play, they'll play Lokahi tomorrow. That should be
That'll be a barn burner.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes. And you know what? They just had states in Honolulu, and Lokahi just beat Shut D for the states.
Really? Wow.
Not last weekend, the weekend before. So it's going to be a really, really good game.
And that's the type of competition that we talk about. Really, that can really get those players pumped up. It's something to play for, which is always super exciting. You love really good competition. I remember the first year I called the Kings of Hawaii tournament. I think it was Friday night. There was a home run derby type of thing, and the Lokahi hitters just completely crushed them. I mean, over the scoreboards, by the trees. I mean, it was amazing to watch. And then in the game itself, they just kept doing that same thing, and it's really spectacular to watch.
And you know, Uncle Gordon and Auntie, they take such good care of them guys. Those guys are a family. Those guys are a family, and I really respect and admire them how they do. They're all good people. The kids that play for them, man, and Uncle Gordon, they've been running that team since I was in my 20s. That's how long they've been doing it. And I feel blessed to have them come to my tournament every year.
That is awesome. So how far have you, as a player, traveled for slow pitch softball?
I've been Colorado, Florida, Washington, Oregon, Utah, Nevada, Arizona, California.
Wow.
That's pretty much, and that was probably all in the last 12 months.
Really? Wow, that's spectacular.
Yes. See, Brother Keeks is at Victor right now. He's getting ready to play.
Oh, he gonna play?
Yes, that's why. He goes, Buds, this might be my last year, bro. I'm gonna wrap up playing. But he's over there playing the 55s, Shut D 55s play. Who do they play? I was just looking at it. And I was just putting the bracket together over there. Oh, they play the Grow team from Kohala.
Awesome.
So we'll see if the uncles could pull one win off over there. But he said he'll be back over here after that.
That's really cool. I'm excited to see him again. Chopping it up with
Ooh,
him is
dead
always.
ball.
That's going to be ruled out of play. So runner will advance to second. Pure Aloha looking to try and mount a comeback here. Of course, Barefoot, their defense has been very sturdy so far.
They got the 5-man back there. It's kind of shaking these guys up. You got to live in the gap on this field because it's so big.
I know there's a lot of strategy that goes into how you want to use that 10th fielder. This one's forked into shallow right. That's going to drop in for a hit.
Oh,
So
play
be
it
a close
home.
play at the plate.
Oh, he's
What
getting
a
me.
throw.
He's hamburger.
And that'll end the bottom of the fourth. Wow, what a throw out there by your right fielder. Perfectly on target to hose the runner at home. But anyway, as I was about to ask, when it comes to that, of course, if you're going to play 3 outfielders, you need some real quick outfielders.
At least a super fast center fielder.
Right.
You know what I mean? You could have pretty good speed in both left and right, but you got to have an absolutely super fast outfielder.
Yeah, center field across, regardless of what type of softball or baseball it is.
Especially at Wong Stadium, you could park semi trucks out in the gaps out there. So, you know, but as a player, it's hard to hit it over. You can live in the gaps. So you just shoot the gap, take your double, maybe even a triple, and the fast guys get inside the park home run.
Yeah, I saw a lot of those last year for sure. But What goes into that strategy of when you want to implement that fifth infielder, if at all?
It just depends. It's just to throw the batter off, because if there's no 5-man there, all you gotta do is beat the pitcher. It's a guaranteed base hit. But now you have the pitcher there. You stagger them all to the. So this guy batting, the 5-man's gonna go to the left side. So they're gonna stack all the left side. So it makes it harder for them to hit it through the infield. So that
forces them to kind of do that, make them hit them high in the air.
Well, it makes them hit it to the opposite way, which they're gonna end up flying out because it makes them uncomfortable.
Right.
And that's what you want as a pitcher, as a team. You want the batter to feel uncomfortable. Some guys it doesn't bother, some guys it does. Then you shift them back and forth. Some guys is all backside hitters, so then the guy will go over and close up their gap over there. But then if you could hit the line drive in the gap, then like I said, but then you're forcing stuff, and it just makes you uncomfortable.
Absolutely. Totally understand. And an interesting thing, because baseball is such a unique sport where the field dimensions actually do have an impact on the game. Like how the field looks really does impact you. I mean, of course, the foul lines are the same universally, but you can just kind of look at it, and where most fields they kind of have more of a straight line to center,
right?
Which as a result creates a deep center. Wong, the center is maybe not as deep, but look at the curvature of that outfield. It just looks so gigantic.
Oh, Wong, center field is far. You ain't gonna make no living out. The only person who's got a living out there is the center fielder.
Right.
Because you trying to hit it out dead center, you ain't gonna do it.
Absolutely. I called a couple of Hilo baseball games, and no one homered over that center ball.
I've never seen anybody hit the ball, a softball dead center. People be like, oh, not dead center. You may hit it the scoreboard, but from there, for the scoreboard to center field is a whole different animal.
The furthest one I've seen hit is towards that light right there, just to the right of that scoreboard. That's the furthest I've ever seen someone homer. This one is flied out.
See, look at he got a hold of it too, and yeah, it's you ain't gonna make a living out there.
We did see one homer last game.
Yes.
For the locals.
And I announced him to go get a free shirt. First homer in the tournament. Every year I always give a free shirt. So I told him go down and go see my daughter and get a free shirt. Well, I want to give a shout out. I have all 4 of my kids here this year helping me with this tournament. My daughter came from Atlanta with my son-in-law and my grandkids. My daughter Brooke, my son Mitchell, my son AJ. They all came out and they're clutch. Like they're just taking care of business. My girlfriend Natasha, she's helped run the concession a little bit. We got some food trucks. But all of us put it all together. We all did it as a group. I got you K-Bikes. I got Uncle over here umpiring. He's from Molokai. I got brother Thomas, came from Albuquerque. Wow. You'll see him tonight. He's a great umpire. He umpires all over. Uncle Bana, Kimi, Lena, everybody. My scorekeepers, I've had the same scorekeepers for 7 years. They keep everything running smooth. Without these people, my tournament wouldn't be what it is. And also UK Bikes, everybody of the crew. I really appreciate all you guys. What we all do is what makes this tournament so great.
Absolutely. And the phrase that lots of people around the state, but especially in Hilo uses, it takes a village. And for this especially.
Small army.
Yeah, it takes everyone, but it takes determined people as well. And that's what I see in everyone who's had a hand in this. Of course, K-Vikes especially.
Everybody's smiling and everybody's enjoying themselves. We're all doing it because we want to be here. The event is just grown so big. Everybody's happy to be doing it, and it's amazing.
There's a left-sided hitter who flares one out to right field for the second out. A much more defensive game than our opening game.
Yes. I think we have about 20 minutes left in this game. I think it started at 1:08, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so we have a little less than 20 minutes.
This is a grounder. Oh, a little hiccup.
Oh, got him.
They got him. Wow.
Yes. Great call, Blue. Great call. That a boy. Great call. You see what the runner did? He stopped and stutter stepped instead of running through the bag.
Got to run through the bag. Always at first.
Yes.
Always
if he would have ran through the bag, he made it all day. He tried to stop on the bag instead of just run right through.
First base is the only base you're allowed to really do that. Sprint by. But that'll conclude the 5th inning, and the rate this game is going, we might play all 7. We'll be here all weekend long. tomorrow, our first full day of action.
We start at 7 a.m. I have 7 a.m. on 2 fields tomorrow. And Saturday morning, 7 a.m. starts. I have to. Like I said, we're running 89 games in 3.5 days. So Sunday, I don't have 7 a.m. games on either field in case we have any backups. We run late anywhere, then I have a little filter to come back down, and I can start 7 a.m. games to make up. But you know, we should be good. We're pushing everything pretty good. You know, it's a really great turnout. I still can't believe that we have 50 teams in this town.
I know, that is just unbelievable.
50 plus teams in this town. I can't believe it, seriously.
And I think, well, that's going to drop in the gap. And
see, that's what they do. Look
double.
at that.
Look at the speed. A leadoff triple. How about that? And a slide. Oh, look out. Almost overslid the bag, but he's in there safely. So I also noticed that the bases are also a little bit shorter. If you notice that second base is in the grass. So what are the dimensions of the...
Well, so it's usually 65 feet, but since the ball's so hard and I let anybody swing any bat they want, we got some seniors swinging senior bats, I push them at 70 feet. I did this 5-6 years ago. It's just a little bit safety, and it helps the infielder to take a diving play, get up, make a throw. Because the batter already has the advantage. We got a hard ball. We can swing any bat you want. So now the defense, I want the defense to make plays.
Yeah, we saw a few in this game, a few in the last game.
Yeah, so I put them at 70 feet, and then I put the pitcher's mount back to like 50, 55. I think it's supposed to be 52. I think it's at 55. So it's just a little safer, and then we have a little more time to react since the ball's coming super hot. I don't know if you remember last year that Mac Rio, the Captain Cook's team played the Get Nuts team the night the Get Nuts team beat him. And the Mac Rio came up and hit the line drive that went off the guy's forehead.
Yeah.
That's the reason why I moved them back a little bit. And thank God he didn't get hit. He just got a little ricochet off his forehead. You know, but if it was at 65 feet, that might have been more worse.
Right.
And I don't want anybody to get hurt on my watch. We're out here to play and have fun and play hard, but I don't want no one to get hurt.
And that's why you also see these pitchers wearing helmets.
And shin guards.
Yep. Got to be completely protected because, like we said, I mean, yeah, slow pitch softball and yeah, older guys having fun, but you know, former ball players, they know how to barrel up a ball.
Well, the ball's not soft.
Yeah.
There ain't nothing soft about that ball. I pitch all over the mainland. That's what I do on my team. And that ball comes hot. I got shin guards and a helmet on it. And I've been hitting the shin guard numerous times, and thank God for him, because that thing will break a bone.
100%, especially when it's coming off a bat like this.
Fossil up again.
Runners on the corners. He flies one to shallow. This is going to be in no man's land.
Oh,
a misplay by the right fielder. And what would have been a sac fly ends up being an RBI single, and it's 8-1 for Barefoot.
Yes. Well, sir, I got to get out of here. I got to get ready for the next game. Like I said, thank you, everybody, for coming out, listening. I appreciate everybody that's helping run this tournament, you K-Vikes. And I'm sure I'll come and check you out again.
100%. Thank you so much for joining us, Lance. Thank you so much for putting this on for us.
No, I enjoyed it. Drives me crazy, gives me stress, but I wouldn't change that. Wouldn't change nothing.
Absolutely. I agree.
All right, guys. You guys have a good one.
And that was your tournament anchor, if you will, the man who runs the engine in Ants, joining us for a little talk story session here in our second game of the Kings of Hawaii tournament. Always great to have him in the booth, talk a little story. We'll get back to this action here. It's 9-1 Barefoot with runners on second and third. If they plate another pair across and keep Pure Aloha scoreless, which they have for most of this game, in fact, since the first inning, they've kept them scoreless. That will end this game via run rule, and that's gonna flare over the shortstop's head. One run is in. Here comes another, and they have hit that 10 spot. A 10-run lead. It's 11-1 Barefoot. And of course, as he mentioned, games starting as early as 7 a.m. tomorrow and Saturday. K-Vikes will be broadcasting starting, I believe, at noon. At noon, yes, I just got confirmation from Luke and Kama that we'll start broadcasting at 12. And we'll be broadcasting through the night in your, what is 89 games on the men's side and an additional 38 on the women's side. An eventful weekend all around, but we are so glad to be here and broadcasting it, as that's gonna 5-hole the pitcher, and a nice flip to second to at least get the force out. A run will score. It's now 12-1. This is a little dribbler, and that is the third out. But Barefoot extends their lead to 11 as we head to the bottom of the 6th. Bottom of the 6th here. Pure Aloha needs to score twice to keep this going and push it to a 7th inning. One ball and one strike. This one is lined down the left field line. That is a fair ball. It barely stays fair. And the leadoff batter is on with a double. And that's exactly what Pure Aloha needs to push this to the 7th inning. That's looped in for a strike. And that's a ball. 1-1 count. This one is chopped to first. That will retire the batter, and the runner will advance to third. So now a runner on third with one out. Again, we do apologize. We don't have any jersey numbers. We do know Fossil is your pitcher and your captain of Barefoot.
Oh, nice
This
swing.
one's ripped to that middle infielder. Little bounce throw. And he is out. A run will score, so it is 12-2. But Pure Aloha now down to their final out.
Oh,
this one's
nice
hit high in
shot.
the air. Deep left field, but under it is your left fielder, and that will be it. Barefoot, run rules, Pure Aloha. And our second game in as many, ending in a run rule. Barefoot will move on in the winner's bracket. They take a 12-2 lead thanks to some excellent defense. And that'll conclude game 2. We've got game 3 getting up and ready in about 10 minutes. We'll be right back.
Gallardo and one drop. Gallardo and one drop. 4-2.